Did you know that the average American throws away approximately 81 pounds of clothing each year? Quite shocking, isn't it? We live in a world hooked on consumerism, an era where our value is often measured by the things we possess. Yet, this constant cycle of buying, using, and discarding takes a toll not just on our bank accounts, but also on our planet. Consider this: every piece of clothing we discard could have been worn 20 more times, saving resources and reducing waste. And it's not just about clothes. Our homes are often filled with items we barely use, creating clutter and stress. We've become prey to marketing strategies, convincing us that we need more to be happy. But here's a thought. What if we could break free from this cycle? What if we could choose not to buy certain things and still live a fulfilled and stress-free life? First on the list, new clothes. Now you might be wondering, why new clothes? Well, there are a few compelling reasons. Let's start with the environment. The fashion industry is one of the major polluting industries in the world. It consumes a massive amount of water and emits a significant amount of greenhouse gases. Then there's the cost. Clothing prices may seem affordable at first glance, but the cost of constantly updating your wardrobe can quickly add up. And let's not forget, most of us already have more than enough clothes. Really, how many pairs of jeans or black t-shirts do we need? So this year, instead of falling for the latest fashion trends and spending money on clothes I don't need, I'm choosing to embrace the clothes I already have. So, this year, I am choosing to skip the fashion trends and stick to my existing wardrobe. Next on the list is single-use plastics. These sneaky, short-lived items are not only a drain on our wallets, but also a major contributor to environmental degradation. Picture this: plastics can take up to 1,000 years to decompose, wreaking havoc on our ecosystems. But fear not, there are alternatives. Think reusable shopping bags, metal straws, and glass containers. So this year, I am choosing to reduce my plastic footprint. Are you with me on this journey towards a more sustainable lifestyle? Number 3 on the list is unnecessary gadgets. It's easy to get drawn into the allure of shiny new tech, but often we find ourselves with a drawer full of gadgets we hardly use. Think about the e-readers gathering dust because we prefer real books, or the kitchen tools we bought on a whim. These items don't just clutter our space, they also drain our wallets. By skipping these unnecessary purchases, we can save money and reduce waste. So this year, I am choosing to stick to the essentials. Fourth on the list is books. Now don't get me wrong, I adore reading. But have you ever considered the vast resources at your local library, or the world of e-books available at your fingertips? By choosing to borrow or download, not only do we save paper, but we also keep our physical spaces uncluttered. Plus, isn't there something wonderful about returning a book, knowing it will be enjoyed by the next reader? So, this year, I am choosing to borrow or read online. Let's quickly go through the rest of the list. First up, expensive coffee. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to give up on coffee. That'd be a caffeine-deprived nightmare. What I am saying is that I'm cutting out those $5 a cup concoctions that I used to grab on my way to work. Making coffee at home not only saves me a pretty penny, but it also allows me to control what goes into my brew. Next is fast food. Sure, it's convenient and oh so tempting, but the cost adds up, and let's not even get started on the health implications. I've decided to invest more in cooking my meals at home, where I can control the ingredients and portions. Plus, there's something therapeutic about preparing your own food, don't you think? Moving on to disposable dishes. Yes, they're convenient for parties or picnics, but they're not great for the environment or my wallet in the long run. So, I'm swapping them out for reusable options, which are more sustainable and cost-effective. Beauty products get the next boot. I'm going for a minimalist skincare routine, focusing on quality over quantity. This means fewer products, less waste, and more money saved. And honestly, my skin seems to be thanking me for it. Last, but certainly not least, a car. While this might seem drastic, I found that between public transportation, carpooling, and biking, I really don't need one. Not to mention, the cost of maintenance, insurance, and fuel is nothing to scoff at. So, these are the 10 things I am not buying this year. Each of these decisions is a step towards a more minimalist, budget-conscious lifestyle. It's about making mindful choices, reducing waste, and focusing on what truly brings value to our lives. And who knows, you might find that you don't miss these things as much as you thought you would. So, what happens when we decide not to buy these things? Well, for starters, we begin to see a significant increase in our savings. Every dollar not spent on new clothes, single-use plastics, unnecessary gadgets, or books is a dollar saved. And these savings quickly add up. Over the course of a year, you might be surprised at how much you've managed to keep in your pocket. But it's not only about the money. The environmental benefits are also substantial. Each time we opt out of purchasing a new item, we're reducing the demand for production. This leads to less energy consumption, fewer resources used, and less waste produced. It's a small step, but imagine the collective impact if we all made this conscious choice. And then there's the reduction in clutter and stress. Without the constant influx of new items, our living spaces become less congested and more serene. We're not overwhelmed by the things we own, but instead, we can appreciate and utilize what we have. So the impact of not buying these things is threefold. We save money, we help the environment, and we create a more tranquil living space. It's a win-win-win situation. Not buying these things can truly make a difference in our lives. And who knows? Maybe you'll find that this minimalist approach not only saves you money and reduces clutter, but it also gives you a sense of satisfaction and freedom that's hard to beat. So, there you have it. These are the 10 things I am not buying this year. It's an endeavor that's exciting and challenging, a journey towards minimalism and savings. By opting not to purchase these items, not only are we saving money, but we're also reducing our carbon footprint and decluttering our lives, making room for things that truly matter. It's amazing how much we can accumulate over the years, and cutting back can be a liberating experience. We're freeing up space, both physically and mentally, and it's an adventure worth embarking on. Remember, it's not about depriving ourselves, but rather about being mindful of our choices. By making conscious decisions about what we bring into our lives, we gain control over our surroundings, our finances, and ultimately, our happiness. Now, I would love to hear from you. What are you planning not to buy this year? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Check out the next video that YouTube suggests, and I'll see you on the other side.